Yeah, I think it was a.
All right.
I think like $4.99.
Mm-hmm.
Testing, Great Dame. I see you. I see you, Great Dame 357. Appreciate you coming out. Who else we got in the room, man? Hey, I appreciate you guys putting up with your boy and all of his technical difficulties. Yes, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. I'm gonna work them out, man. I'm trying a different. We're gonna work Zoom today. So before we go get into anything too deep, I just want to say thank y'all for
You're the
coming
host
out.
now.
Okay, I'm the host.
Yeah.
All right, thank y'all for coming out. We got a special guest today, as always, and we just want to let you guys know, man, that hey, this is not any advice that you are mandated to go by. This is just experience talking to more experience, and we sharing, chopping it up. And hopefully you guys learn something. If you got questions, put them inside the chat. And, we're going to have a good time, chilling, talking to my brother. And hold on, here we go. Let me see. We about to get into it. Oh, there it goes. Look, I'm testing out all of them right now. Here we go. And let me pull it up. And make sure that the thing is the right one. How you doing tonight, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm just along for the ride, man. Whatever you got for me, man, I'm here with you.
All right.
What
we're gonna have a good one tonight.
Are you already live?
Oh, we live, brother. They don't see you yet because my stuff changed up on me, but it's okay because I am.
That might not be a bad thing if they don't see me. No. Cameras start breaking and stuff, man.
Ain't no cameras breaking. Here we go. We are live, unprepared, unscripted. Boom! There we go. Y'all can see us, right? Let me know in the chat section if you can see us. We're gonna get it. I'm gonna get it right one of these days, man. How are you? You I know it's so you on the East Coast?
Yeah, man, I'm down here where your hat say you should be. Yeah, man. That's where I'm at. It's down the street. Down here right outside the gates of good old Fort Benning.
Fort Benning, home of it ain't home of the airborne, but that's where they're born at.
It's the home of the infantry.
It is.
And the tankers now.
It's the great things happen down there.
And the 75th Rangers.
And good old Georgia. All right, man. So anything you want to say before we get jumped into this thing?
Nah, man. I'm just here to chit chat with you, catch up on some things, see what's going on, and interact with the audience or whoever listening as much as possible. I'm an open book. Ask some questions. I got a lot of information. I don't mind sharing it.
Okay.
But if you know one thing about me, I am straightforward and candid.
Hey, I wouldn't have you on if I didn't want you any other way. I know exactly what I got in store for the people tonight. It's Mr. Dr. Retired Jeffrey Coleman. If I had my applause stuff ready, we'd be like,
yeah. I can't see the chat, so if you get questions, just let me know.
Okay, for sure. So we got oh, Jewel Junkie said half a day, Chetlu.
Hello.
We got Great Dame 357 checking in. That's one of our Dragon Vet brothers. Damian Butler.
What's going on, B?
Who else we got in the building with us, man? Sound off. Where y'all at? Where you watching from? So I know we got Wisconsin, we got Chicago. Who else we got in there? Let's see. No? All right. Y'all just keep on going off in the section. If you get a chance to, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Get my numbers up. Bring some people in here to talk to us while we chatting, breaking bread, chopping it up with Papa G. All right, sir. Who are you and what do you do? Let's get into it.
So, all right, who am I? I am currently, as far as a job, I just retired from the Army. Did 20 years, 3 days, and 13 hours.
Oh man, you got
to be
it all
exact.
The way down, don't you?
Man, every bit of it. And then after I left the Army, I worked at Amazon for a couple months, worked at Fresh Express for a couple months. Really haven't done anything. I am currently in law school, so pursuing a law degree.
That's what I'm talking
about. And that's really, as far as who I am a thankful person who really doesn't take the smallest things for granted. I think that's what drives me in life is count my blessings and knowing, that if it wasn't for a higher power, there would be no me and all the good things that I do.
All right.
So I live every day just to pay the band back.
I like it, man. I like it. So you tap danced on one of my next questions. So you told us, but how are you tied to the military?
Oh, yeah. So I did 20 years in the Army as a food inspector. And, I joined the Army in 2001. And
so
like I said, I retired.
91. You were 68 or 91 Romeo?
I'm a 91 Romeo. So,
nothing against the 68s, man. 91 Romeos, man. We kind of know what we're doing. It's a different breed. I'm trying to turn some of these 68s into 91s, man. But I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off. I just wanted to see if you was a 68 or a
good 91. Luck, man. I don't think they ready for them. They ain't ready for them old Class 9 inspections, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, they ain't ready for that.
On, man.
Them old 5301s.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I still be trying to talk to these soldiers, man, and I'm like, yo, where's that 1232 in the 5308? And it's like, what? Which one? I was like,
they ain't ready for that. That fruit cocktail inspection Mr. Sheridan had me doing at Norfolk.
Yeah.
That mixed vegetable inspection.
Shout out to Harold Sheridan.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
Nah, man, you good. But that's just how I'm tied to the military. The military, that's 2001. I joined. Really didn't have no choice. So, 20 years later, I'm sitting here talking to you.
Oh, yeah, man. And I appreciate it. Great day. 91, 100%. Butler says 91, 100. Yes, absolutely. Nothing against my 68s. I'm going to turn y'all into 91s. Y'all going to be proficient at this thing, man. Because when we walk away, man, we got to make sure that they ready to take over, right?
I'm telling you, that Class 9 inspection, I don't know if they're going to be ready. Ain't nothing like a MRE warehouse, a cyclic inspection. They don't know about that.
Though. Hey, not yet. Hey, Butler can talk about the MRE inspection though. I think he was over at the actual the plant. Were you ever at a plant?
Me, no. I did my most of my MRE inspections outside of Qatar, Iraq, was in Japan at a depot.
Okay.
We don't really do depots anymore, but yeah, that's where I was.
Okay. Hey, Butler says, good to see you, bro.
Yeah, man. Likewise, I heard your interview too. Epic.
Yeah, man. Oh, before I go further, man, I just want to say, Butler, put April on the line and tell her I apologize. I was gonna do some sign language and stuff like that, but I'm not very good at learning it that fast. So I call her Ashley, man, and man, yeah, I feel so bad. So I just want to get on here and say I apologize on live TV. Sorry, April, man. That was very, very jacked up and unprofessional of me. So I'll beat my face after this, okay? All right, back to the show.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't do no more.
What's that?
I ain't beating my face against nothing.
Look, some people don't even know what that means, man. They be like, "What is he talking about? Beating his
Yeah.
face, self mutilization? Or is that a word? Did I say a word?
Somebody say hurry up. I take it slow, man.
That's the beauty of retired life, huh?
Oh man, yeah. No, it's a lot less stress. I ain't gotta worry about Joe Smo, coming to work late. As a civilian manager, you late. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
It goes on. We call somebody else to replace you.
See, hey,
Easy.
I don't think they understand that. I don't think they understand that. Kind of, it's a double edged sword, right? So
Absolutely.
talking
Like,
about a double edged sword, man. Give us some pros and cons of being tied to the military.
yeah, so I could tell you from me, some of the pros for me. Military actually, man, took me out of poverty and helped me to meet some great people. I met and I'm not one to use the word great lightly because people say, oh, you did a great job. No, not me. I just like, yeah, it was cool. You did a good job. Mm-hmm. But so when I say great, there's probably 5 people that I've met in the military that I still talk to today. You happen to be one of them people who got in my path and threw me down the right direction because I was on a slippery slope. And so that's a pro. It got me out of poverty, helped me meet some really good people, great people. Some people I call my friends, which I don't use that word lightly either. Right. I got to travel, man. I got to go to places that I never ever thought that I would ever get to go. Mm-hmm. And that was cool. And then some of the just learning like I don't necessarily like the way the military does leadership, but I do like some of the theories and the things that we do learn about leadership in the military.
Right.
Left up to me, I would revamp the military's whole leadership scheme, but that's a whole nother topic. I would revamp the whole leadership thing. But some of the cons are just segueing into that from leadership is you meet people from all different walks of life, and everybody is not equipped to lead another person. And they're put in these positions that really puts stress and strain unnecessarily on somebody's life, and they really don't got to.
Right.
That's really my only con about the military is the people who don't understand what it's like to be the person on the bottom fighting your way up and somebody's holding you down. It's hard to breathe for a sustained period of time underwater, and I feel like some leaders don't give a damn about that. So that's my con about that. That was my only con about the military. So yeah, and on that note, I wouldn't want my kids to join the military.
No. Why
Not at all, brother. So because back to what I said, when you're in the military, if I'm working down the street at Popeye, somebody say, "Hey, when you getting a new job?" Well, in the military, we talk about when you're getting out, like it's a prison sentence or something, right? So I think there's something going on there with that, even that simple statement that makes people feel like their back is constantly against the wall. And because the only time I ever use when you getting out of something is when you're sentenced or tied to something. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't want my kids to join with unless they were an officer. So I would allow that, but my preference would be no, because I don't think the quality of life starting out, and you know the struggle just as well as I know the struggle coming up as a private, and
absolutely E1 baby, fresh,
right. No I was rank. 17 years old, right, and I just wouldn't want my kids to go that route.
Yeah. Looking back on it, you would But let me ask you this: so if you had good leadership, right? You went down that path. You had like you didn't have the experiences that you had. Um, you think that would have shaped the way that you look at it now a little bit different?
Absolutely, because from being part of the army and then being out the army and doing other management jobs, it is easy to see that a person that is your manager or your leader has a significant impact on your day and your week.
Right.
So um, it is very easy to push somebody to their wits' end by just being a bad leader for, just because you don't know.
Right.
And my experience is a lot of people with leadership in the army, the leadership could just be revamped. But yes, that is one huge reason why I would try to shy my kids away from joining the military.
Okay, so you like me, you came in and you worked your way all the way from the bottom. But you have some very interesting things before the military. Where are you from, man? You talked around
Oh,
it, but you didn't tell us where you actually from, man. Where was Jeffrey
yeah.
Doctor Jeffrey Coleman? Where are you from, man?
Yes, sir. So I am originally from the great state of Pennsylvania, and
Come
and I
on,
am
man.
from I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania. So up
Erie.
on Lake Erie. So yeah, that's where I was at until 14 years old when I moved out the city, and yeah, there's a lot more to that story, but yeah. So
Okay.
I was 14 when I moved out the city, and had a little mix up
Yeah.
in life, and
Yeah.
um, some things happened where I had to drop out of school in the ninth grade.
So you dropped out
Two
of
months into
school?
ninth grade, yeah. So I couldn't make it through high school. I got a GED like 10 days before I joined the army.
So you telling me,
It was
Doctor
either
Doctor Coleman, you telling me that you graduated with the GED? That was your
yeah.
you
So
didn't finish high school. You got a GED.
I never saw 10th, 11th, or 12th grade. I was just getting used to ninth grade when I had to go. And the reason I had to go is because my parents, we weren't seeing eye to eye back then, and my parents kept all my clothes from me, and I couldn't go to school. So
Oh
you
man.
can't go to school. You can't go to school and try to rap and trap with the girls and be all this and that, and you ain't got no clothes. Like you don't even got no clean underwear. You can't go to school.
Hey
So
man, the struggle is real. So people, I ask those questions. Not that I don't know. I don't want you to talk about stuff that you don't want to talk about. But I'm gonna tell you,
it's all gonna be in a book, man.
yeah. Well, I didn't want to say nothing about that either. But since you talking about it, put the plug in there. I want y'all to go and get
Yes,
the book. Support some of our,
it's
Romeos out there doing
the
great
book.
things.
The book
Right?
will be coming in February. February, the book will be out.
February. I might have to voice the book for you, man. You gonna do audio?
Looking for somebody to do a voiceover now, man. If you that guy, then come on, let's do a test.
All right, man. Hey, look, I'm testing out right now, man. It's my application right here.
All right, well, I'm gonna need you to take the words out the book, and because I read on a third grade level, so I need somebody else to do it, man.
Yeah, okay, Doctor Coleman. We're gonna look at some of these comments. We got Ameriquill is so Damien was in Ameriquill. He said laugh out loud, good brother. She laughing. That's when I messed up on
Yeah,
his wife's name.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Keep it real, Coleman. Yes, Jewel Junkie said keep it real. Okay, we got Steve Co 99. He said, "What's up, Top? What's going on with you?" That's one of my soldiers, man. That's what's
Oh
up, Lips.
man,
His
that's
nickname is
awesome.
Lips. And Matt Damon. Long story. It's a long story to that one, right? So he says it's all about leadership, and the same thing happens outside the military. Good leaders build more leaders, and bad leaders give you the knowledge about what not to do. That's my quote. Dr. Coleman rocks. Survival of the Fish. Proud of you, man. That's from Butler, The Jill Junkie, and Lips.
Yeah. I would love to touch on that leadership comment some more.
Man, hit it, man.
So there's this thing in the military, like this top down approach, and that is so World War II, Vietnam. It works then. It doesn't work now because of the way how big the military has gotten, the way information needs to flow. In order to institute a better leadership environment, leaders need to take a step back and look within themselves. And I have this thing that I do with companies that, so it's like a 3-day seminar that I do, and it's all about discovering who you are, right? Mm-hmm. If you better know who you are and you define your shortcomings and your triggers, you're going to be a better leader for the people that's sitting behind you, because you understand what makes you tick. And a lot of people that's why I say I put leadership in the air quotes. A lot of leaders don't understand why they're even making the decision that they're making. And it's a lot to do with your upbringing and your experiences. Mm-hmm. And if you don't sit down and recognize those, you're going to be a horrible leader.
Right. I think tell me what you think about this. I think
my doctorate degree is in leadership too, by the way.
Oh, my bachelor's degree, I ain't got a doctor's degree. My bachelor's degree is in leadership. Come on now.
All right.
I'm working on it. I'm going to tell you something, man. Coleman was one of my soldiers, man. He helped me. I mean, I don't know if we talked about this, and we've talked a lot. Yeah, you helped me with leadership, because, I may have been a humble leader, and, I did a lot of things, but I was still under that sort of that old regime of, do as I say, not do as I say, do what I say, because that's what I said, do it. The way we grew up, your parents was like, do it because I said do it. That's why you're going to get knocked into the next week.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen, right?
Absolutely.
Wall-to-wall counseling type stuff. You do it. But when I got to Norfolk, shout out to the Mid-Atlantic. Shout out to the Mid-Atlantic vets, the med vets.
I see that cup say VetCom.
It does say VetCom, because VetCom still survive. It's alive. It may be cloaked and something else, but it's still around. Surely.
It's 2003 when we met.
Yeah. And when I got there, I'm like, this dude crazy, because he like to ask a lot of questions, and I'm like, yo, you need to just go and execute. And no, but seriously though, you helped me, and I've explained it to a lot of my soldiers, and I'm like, yo, sometimes what you were just saying, if you as a leader don't realize and understand the people that you're leading, and that there's I call it the why generation, because they need to understand why, and they're starting to teach that now in leadership. But if a leader has a person who the way their mind works, if they don't understand why, it's just not gonna. It's not. They can't move past that. Some people just can't move past it. And if it doesn't make sense to them, and you don't try to help them understand, they're not gonna be able to function, and you're not gonna get the product that you would have got had you taken the time to actually listen to what they're asking you and attempt to help them understand it. And so for me and you, it worked out, because I don't know why you latched on to me, but I was like, this kid is definitely, he's crazy, but he's motivated. You were I remember you came up to me, it's like, but Sarge, I seen something. And I'm like, oh Lord, what did you see? I seen her all the way on the other end of the track, and she was running. She's supposed to be on a walking profile. And I was like, why you over here telling me this stuff, man? Why are you watching her anyway? Why are you telling me this, huh?
Well,
Why are you telling me? And I'm like,
yeah,
okay, look, if I see it, I'll take care of it, right? And I'm like, okay, this guy, he's observant. He knows
yeah,
he reads the regulations. Very, very technical person. And I was like, okay, that's when I started understanding that if it didn't make sense to you, you have to try to wrap your mind around it. And if you can find a better way to do something, you're going to share that with people. And look at you now, man. You are a doctor, a doctor.
yeah.
And so my point was leadership. I hear what you said in the beginning, but I believe that the problem in the military is that we have a lot of likership. We have people that are
Mm,
put into positions of leadership that don't really need to be there. They don't deserve to be there.
right.
They've been placed there because of their buddies. They can run fast, they can jump high, and they can lift a lot, right? Or they're that bored soldier who can go in there and answer the right questions, but they're not leaders. They have not been tried and true, right? They have not passed that. And because of that, a
Mm,
lot of soldiers that come in under them are scarred and they're damaged goods. And not all of them take that stuff into and use it like you did and became, you built on those different blocks, because I know from where we were that they were trying to take you out. Every opportunity that you gave them. And you gave them a lot of opportunities. You gave them some rounds. And I'm like, look, you need to just calm down, relax. There's a time and a place to rebut some things, not in the middle of the storm, right?
yeah, I think that during that time in my life, I hadn't hit the maturity milestone that I needed to reach in order to let those things come out more fluidly. They
Right.
just came out very abruptly.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes.
and that was an issue I had all the way up until probably 2011, man, 2012, where I saw that it could be me being passionate or me caring or whatever my reason was for doing it. It wasn't the right time to do it. And I had to realize that, timing was everything. And then I had to also realize that in the military, it's um, people just don't really care about your opinion if you're under them. And
Some people.
so so yeah, and like the young man said in the comment earlier, it's the same in the civilian world. Yes, but in a civilian world, it's easier to get a bad leader out than it is in the military.
Okay.
So when I worked at Amazon, we had a bad leader. He was gone in 60 days. Like
Mm.
he didn't stick around because the somebody from higher came down and said, "What's the problem?" When you get 1,500 people pointing at one person, yeah, they're not going to be there long. But in the military, 1,500 people point at one person, they want to retrain them. Nah, you don't need to be retrained. You need to be just removed.
Right.
So that's a big difference that I've noticed in a civilian world. But leadership, and back to what you were talking about, it's a huge curve on maturity. I joined the army when I was 17, right off the streets, still kind of aggressive towards people. And now I kind of I will sit back and listen and take note and probably won't comment on it. Of course, I shouldn't. I'm damn near 40, so I shouldn't be the same as I was when I was 20.
You shouldn't be.
I would hope not. But looking back at it, my big issue in the army was I wanted you to know, and I wanted you to know now. That's not the best approach.
Yeah, your filter was very. I don't even think we had to design a filter for you.
Man, look, whatever the biggest sieve was we had in the office, that was my filter, man. It
Reggie
was
said
like
that they don't know.
size.
They don't know what no sieve is. What they don't know. What's a sieve,
Oh,
man? What's the sieve? What's the?
man, it's a strainer.
Oh, okay, okay.
Man, my strainer had holes in it the size of quarters, man. Everything falling through.
Everything falling through. I mean, like you
So
thought
yeah,
it was like that flash to bang was very short. I'm like, you
absolutely.
say nothing. Just ask me after the training.
Irregardless to rank or who was around. And
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But we I watched you grow, and and you taught me a lot of stuff. Like I said, you helped shape my leadership because I was that person who was like, do it because I said do it, execute. All right, so we got some more stuff. So it says, Steve-O said, George Junkie said, Dr. Coleman rocks. Damien said, survival of the fittest. Steve said, Doc, that's what I'm saying. If a leader isn't comfortable enough to take a step back, then they aren't ready to be a leader. The military is moving more towards that, with these newer soldiers being more educated and more capable than in the past. Yes. If NCIS or IG is listening, I was given wall-to-wall counseling.
And if they are listening,
are you talking about
not by me?
Are you talking about me giving you wall-to-wall
not
counseling?
By me. I just want to put that out there. And since I am going through law school, it wasn't me.
Look, no, I know.
I need to get my bar card.
Look, he volunteered for those wall-to-wall counselings. He called me out there on the mat. Don't be trying. Hey, Matt, Damien, Lips.
Hey, he probably gets you now. You older.
This was my last duty station. I was old, broke, everything. I was still rolling them boys up. And he a wrestler. Big old boy. Too.
Oh, man.
Big old boy. Right, Lips? Come on. Get on in there. Tell him.
Did he try to get you on the court, too?
Yeah, I was balling them up still. Yeah. I was holding it down, man, until my back went out.
Man. I went to play. You might not remember this, but it was a gym on Norfolk, I think. We were just doing PT, and you brought your own basketball.
Yeah.
And no, so yeah, I know better. You don't play with people that bring their own equipment to the sport. So I wasn't playing with you, man.
Did you play on one of my teams, though?
For a short period of time until I saw that you didn't need me. And,
look, man. Look.
You know.
Right, Matt Damon got my back, and he said, I got me, we both broke. Whatever, my back broken, your back broken. I ain't got nothing on the court, Doc. No, hey, Lips, don't be playing, man. Tell the truth. You know I got you, because you was in there like, dang, Top, I didn't know that you could get down like that. I'm like, that's right. I keep it secret, so I gotta put a soldier
Don't play basketball.
It's free naps.
Yeah, you don't play basketball with you, man. I won't play against you.
Look, you can get me now, Coleman. Absolutely.
Nah, dude. I'm in my second trimester of pregnancy with this stomach. I'm not getting on nobody's court.
Hey,
look, I'm moving to my third.
Look, David over there laughing, man. He probably rolling all over the place right now. All right, let's keep it moving, man, because look, I can go too
what
far
you got
down into
me?
These daggone rabbit holes, especially with you. You know how we be doing. All right, so I want you to tell us, man. Okay, you might not be actively doing any of this stuff right now, but how did you become a small business owner, and any tips for those that are interested?
Oh man, that's my world too. I love business. So what I do now mostly is just try to help people build their small business if I can, if I know them, if I reach out to them. For instance, there's a guy in Chicago that he had one restaurant when we started. I think he's on his 6th restaurant now. And it's just working with people, making them better business owner. But for me, being a small business owner, from flipping houses to just being a consultant, then I tried to open a restaurant, but that didn't work for reasons out of my control. But even the flipping of the houses or the consulting, you still got to run your business as to put your best foot forward, because you're trying to build a brand. Yeah. And I got started in it just off of it was like a bet.
Are you serious?
I was talking to, man, look, this is how I started flipping house. I told somebody like, yo, they were doing some, that multi-level marketing. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, you're not making no money doing this. I said, I could flip a house in 3 months and make more money than you did in a year. So I flipped the house, and that's how it started. And I put $25,000 on a credit card to buy the house. And I think that house sold for like $179 after like $40,000 into it. So yeah, right, and it was just off of a whim, and then I liked it. So I wanted to keep doing it, but after 20 years of bumping and grinding in the Army, my body came, and I wanted to be a general contractor, and I couldn't do that. So I said, well, law school it is.
Mm.
And so
you was doing that
I'm actually
while you were active duty?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was flipping house. I think I did something around, I don't know, man, either helping people or by myself, something like 45, 50 houses in 4 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man, it was that's what I did. I liked it, but I would like to keep doing it, but I can't. So now I just help people. If anybody want to know, it's free information. I don't charge people for that. Like Damien was saying, just do something, pay it forward. You don't always got to be in the spotlight or get paid for it, but just do it because you want to do it, right, not because you're getting paid to do it. So now there is some things that I do get paid for now. I will, but like I can't get rich off the Giffords of the world. You know what I'm saying? So why even charge you? But if it's something I'm going over to a company and I'm giving my 3-day seminar, pay me my $275 to $350 an hour.
Yeah, you just do, man. You know what I'm saying?
And there's no decimal point in there, by the way.
Yeah, you went to school, man. You went to school and got all these, you earned your stuff. They need to pay you for what you earned. Yeah, absolutely.
And what they don't know is I use Google too. So yeah. No need in reinventing the wheel, man.
Don't reinvent it, man. Why? That's the one thing that I learned in the military. You resources, right? Utilize your resources. All right. So Damien, as Steve said, I was big time into MMA, and this man right here, put him in a pretzel. I was saying I'm bad as heck at basketball. Okay, Lips. I appreciate you clarifying that. I thought you were saying you was giving me the business. All right, we're gonna move forward. Charlie Mike. All right. If you could change 3 things in the world, what would they be?
Oh man. Honestly, in no particular order.
Yeah.
I would change our government to work more for the people instead of for businesses and themselves.
Okay.
I would change the amount of poverty in the world. And I would do a better job to reach more Black men between the ages of 6 and 17 before they get involved with the law to get them on the right track. So
catch them.
I would change the
at-risk youth.
Yeah, the government. I would change the kids. Just get them into doing something, and then not necessarily like, I guess, poverty, homelessness. I would want to see that improve, and I think that would be improved with our government if they stop misappropriating funds. Because you remember during the height of the Iraq War, man, we were throwing money. I mean, yeah, like when you and Damien was talking about that defect at the embassy, like, why do we need that?
Why?
Like,
Why?
It's good to have. And when I was listening to him, I wanted to, like, in my mind, I was like, you spoiled mother. I was up in uptown, I was hurting up north, but
Was you in Missoula, right?
Yeah, man. But we ain't had no paved roads.
You didn't have an embassy up there?
Man.
And look, but everybody couldn't go into the embassy though. It wasn't like, free chicken for everybody. Only reason we were able to get in there was because we had, that business there. And so, we were there for
But look, even if it's just the people in the embassy allowed in the embassy, we don't need that.
No.
It's a waste of money. We can put that money other places. And I'm more of a person that would like to bring people together, and like all this, the infighting and the politics, and like, why? What is I think every day the question should be, what did I do for the common good? And if you didn't do nothing for the common good, you should stay at work. Look, as a politician.
Yeah, absolutely. And they need to change it from them being able, they need to have a two-term limit. Absolutely. That's just my opinion. But okay. So we're moving forward. We're going to lighten it up a little bit. How do you know me?
So this one night, you with your, horrible brain left your wallet on top of your car.
They heard this story. Go ahead. Come on.
Left your wallet on top of your car, and I had to get up at like 2 a.m. I think that was the first real conversation we had outside of work. And he was like, Jeff, bro, my wallet. I hear your wife in the background. Yeah, he left it. We at the gas station. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go get it. She's like, oh, thank you. So I'm like, okay, where I meet you at? I don't even remember where I met you at. I just, I kept it until you came back.
No, you
or no, I came to meet you.
You met me. You
yeah. So
no, they don't understand.
I don't remember where. Where was it?
Where were you? Where was my wallet? Where did you find it at? Did we freeze? Testing. Can you hear me?
All right, we good.
So they don't understand. You got to tell them where was my wallet?
So yeah, your wallet was in the middle of a busy street, and I literally played tag with cars that night. And I'm looking. I park on the side, and I'm like, a wallet. I think that wallet was like credit cards spread out. The wallet, everything was there, but it was just like spread out. Yeah. So I gathered it all up, and using my trusty Suncom issued cell phone. I don't remember where I met you at, but I just know I gave you your wallet, and your wife was more appreciative than you because you were like, thanks, man. She was like, oh my God, thank you. This is everything for us. And,
That sounds about right. Not that she was more appreciative, that she showed it more, but yeah.
She definitely did. Yeah. But so that's not how I know you, but that's the situation, one of the situations that stick out in my mind with you. And then the other one is when you listened to me go on this long rant one day and you told me, Jeff, just eat some humble pie. And I'm like, oh, it's that easy. Okay, I'll do it. And that's what I've been doing since 2010.
Yeah, man.
Is eating humble pie.
That was our second time being stationed together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look.
So it's been 18 years.
Yeah. I was in Georgia when I lost. So I found out. So we gonna rewind because
I did come down to Georgia.
They gonna understand the complexity.
I drove from Fayetteville. Yeah.
Yeah. You drove from Norfolk, fool. It was
Norfolk. Yeah.
It was the little gas station right there outside of the Marine Corps base.
The Marine Corps base.
And I set my wallet on top of the car, turned around, pumped gas. I kept my ID card and my credit card. And I got in the car and took off. And then you looked around the gas station, and then you walked down that daggone highway and found my wallet with everything in it, except for I think my driver's training card or something.
It was a piece of paper, yeah.
And then you like, I'm gonna bring it to you. I'm like, I'm in Georgia. He's like, okay, I'll be there. I'm like, whoa.
I remember.
Whoa. This came all the way down, man. I was like, yeah, it's one of my dudes. Right?
Yeah, that was a good little trek.
Yeah.
I think you were somewhere in Augusta area.
I was in Augusta. I had to go home because my mom had got sick. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the
now I remember
of that situation, and then that it just built. I mean, we were already building. I don't know if your baby had already was born yet, but then
not yet.
We had
not yet because I was still in the barracks then.
Okay.
So yeah, not yet.
The relationship just grew from there, man. So that was awesome, man. I know I'm not an emotional person. My wife usually shows that part for me. But I want.
Yes, she does. She does a very good job of it.
She does. She said,
"Oh yeah."
Shout out to the Jewel Junkie where they have style to your smile, $5 at a time, man. Just shouting out Miss Cupcake. All right.
Thank you.
So yeah, man, I wanted to say thank you. I really do appreciate that, and it is something that I talk to the soldiers about all the time. You know, I utilize my life lessons in relationships and daily conversation. And if they in here, I hope they can attest to that. They probably heard it. Now you can put a face to the name, well, a face to the story.
No, man, like you are a truly good person. And as we've had some pretty honest conversations, and I never walk away from those conversations not liking you, and I don't know why, because it's like it's brutally honest, and I shouldn't, but I still walk away. I still walk away liking you because I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you. Even the time where we were somewhere and I got to meet your brother, like that was pretty cool. I think we were somewhere in Iraq.
Yeah,
and I got to meet your brother.
Bro, he was the only person that came out to.
That's pretty cool.
I got to do my salsa and my Latin dancing, and nobody wanted to come with me, man. I'm like, yo, y'all don't want to go with me? Come on, man. Somebody, I gotta have a battle buddy, and you was like, I got you. And we go out there, my brother show up, so that was cool. Man. My brother meets my brother. That's what's up.
That's man. your little big bro, right?
My little big brother. And that dude just got swole. I mean, like, I hope he get to see this, man. But that dude is humongous. I was like, oh my God.
He was big then, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Now he don't have to do anything but work out and go to school like you. Well, you ain't doing the workout.
He going through doorways sideways now, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Charlie Mike?
Yeah.
All right.
What's that mean? I'm a civilian.
Oh, that's right. Continue mission. Continue mission. All right, give us one of your most memorable experiences, man.
I think I don't know if it's an experience, but it's kind of like a thought that I had when I was able to realize that I wasn't in poverty anymore. And it's because of some choices that I made. I bought my first house like right after I left Norfolk. I was 22 years old when I bought my first house in Hawaii, for crying out loud.
Hawaii. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, did you only have one house in Hawaii?
There was two. Yeah, there was two. So that was my most memorable experience throughout life, is just realizing that I wasn't in poverty anymore, and I've made some good choices not to be there, which is very humbling for me and very appreciative. There's always more work to do, but I think that realizing that you've leveled up should make you want to do better.
Right.
Yeah, and the buying houses, I would give this advice to anybody. I did it as a younger soldier starting in Hawaii, that I tried to buy a house. I think I did buy a house at every duty station. And I'm just now starting to sell those houses. So, except for the one. Anyway, that's a different story. Yeah. Anyway, that was, court got involved with that one, and, divorce, and you just got to do it. But
life lessons.
I bought the first house in 2005, 2007, 2009, 11. So yeah, like every 2 years from 2005, I bought a house. And now they're all going away because I'm getting tired of, I just don't want no more phone calls from the
tenants.
Nah, not the tenants, the property management companies. Like I'm done. I'm over it. Let's move on. But if you can, buy a house at every single duty station. Get you a property management company. I've never had a problem renting it out. Don't buy the most expensive houses. Buy something that's livable. But yeah, so I digress. But that has been my most memorable experience in life. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give us one life lesson that you can leave us with.
So I think the biggest life lesson is you, for me in my life, and what I've learned over the years is never give up an opportunity to listen to somebody. I think that if you're willing to listen, we learn a lot more by listening than by talking. I didn't realize that apparently until I was like 22, 23 years old. Mm-hmm. But when you are able to listen to people and just doing a comparative analysis in your head, it kind of helps you to appreciate where you are, or either know that you need to go a little further. So yeah, I think then, and I try to just live my life by listening. Okay. I do less talking now, Giff. Okay. Less talking now, more listening.
That's good, man.
I truly do.
It's a sign of growth, maturity. What they say, be slow to speak, quick to listen.
Quick to listen. And people ask me now, like they could be talking. They're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yo, cool. I'm listening, man. What's going on?"
Yeah, because
tell me about
they
it.
knew you before, huh?
Yeah, and I think that everybody has a story to tell. Yeah. I should be willing to listen.
Yeah, absolutely. We can learn from everybody, right?
Even though I have all these accomplishments, you can do this, you can do that. Man, I'm no more important than anybody else walking around here. Like, I see a guy on the side of the road. Why should I, if the opportunity is there, like, why not stop and talk to him, figure out, what's going on, what's brought you here. I think that's important. Never discount anybody in life. I'm big on that. Don't discount people, no matter what position. We are all one choice away from being right where they are, or somewhere you don't want to be. So life is choice driven.
That's good. Yes.
Sorry, there's a message that's not being able to be sent. So Mama Gifford wants you to know that she's listening, but she cannot send a message. So please tell that young man, she said, thanks for being there for the Giffords.
Shout out to Mama Gifford. Linda G. Love you, Mama.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome, man. My mama on here listening. That's what I'm talking about. That's good stuff. Did you get to meet her when you came down?
Not directly, no.
It's kind of like one of those, hey, how you doing? All right.
I stopped by the house and pushed on, but yeah, heard a lot about her over the years, and what she doesn't know is the Giffords have helped me way more than I've helped the Gifford.
It's mutual. We've been helping each other. It's a symbiotic relationship. Did I say that right?
But the other, I don't know. I just go to school and learn the stuff. I don't necessarily know how to apply it all, man.
Hey, it sounds good. We'll roll with it. I think I said it right. All right.
Like, I will tell her this. It was, hold on. Okay. I'm talking to Mama Gifford now.
Mama Gifford.
There was one story that, I had possibly done something at Norfolk that a lot of people didn't agree that I should have done or didn't do. Charges were dropped, by the way. But I had everybody against me. Nobody wanted to talk to me. Nobody wanted me around them. But Marte and Angelica invited me in and said, it's okay. Like, God gonna get you through this. The dark cloud is right there right now. Like, dun, 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 like it's right there. But,
yeah.
I talked to these two whenever I could. They gave me counsel. They gave me ministry. And I was just shocked. Like, hold on, like this, I'm being accused of whatever I was being accused of, and y'all's talking to me. Like, that's weird. I was like, what's your hidden motive? Like, you trying to get something out of me?
What's your angle?
But it was really genuinely no angle. And I think that they just, even if I did do what I was accused of doing, they were still just like, you know what? Not going to judge you, dude. Like, it was a bad choice if you did it, but we're here for you. And you guys were the only ones out of all the people I knew there that was like willing to even talk to me. And so I appreciate that from, both sides. That's a characteristic you don't get from the house you were raised in and those values that you treat people with dignity and respect. And I've told y'all already, but Mama Gifford, thank you.
Cool. Yes, good stuff. I'm saying cool. I gotta get my vocabulary soon.
I don't. What is that?
It's it's a military expression. They use.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know what that stuff is anymore.
All right, we're gonna continue on moving. One leadership lesson. Give us a leadership lesson you can leave us with, or management,
I did
whichever
already.
one you want.
So let me tell you this first. Can I speak a little bit of since you mentioned management?
Yeah,
so leadership, management, they're totally different to me, right? Like I try never to put leadership and management in the same sentence unless I'm specifically talking about them individually. So for those of you who don't know, the way I see management is managers are task driven. So they focus on a task. Leaders are people driven. They focus on people. And sometime in the military, you got to mesh those together. And that's kind of where things get convoluted, because are you a manager or are you a leader? You kind of got to do both. And it's not easy.
No.
But when you do get to the civilian world, you are a manager. You are focused on that task, that job, and that is what you're doing. You're not so much focused on why did Pedro go get a DUI or why Sally Sue didn't pay her bills. Like, nobody care.
Right.
Come to work. So, but a leadership principle that I try to live by is, it's going to sound cliche, but truly treat people as you would want to be treated in their situation. Like, that comes with being really, really empathetic. And that comes with experience. Like, I could tell you, I've been through some experiences that will make me truly understand why I am not going to fire this person today, because I know what it's like to eat out the dumpster when you're homeless, because I've been there.
Right.
Everybody can't relate to that. So it's kind of hard for them to have that empathy. And I know for me, I didn't like eating out the dumpster. So if I fire them, how are they going to pay their rent? How are they going to get food, whether they have no kids, no responsibilities or not? So I always take my experiences into consideration and before I make a decision on somebody else's behalf. So I said a lot to say, treat people as you would want to be treated, and just make good decisions on other people's behalf when you're in a leadership position.
Okay. Yeah, bro, I like that. So Rio, my brother that you met in Iraq, says, big ups and blessings. Love the info and dialogue. Keep the content coming. Damien said, that's awesome. That's love. And Rio says, I'm truly enjoying the session. Big ups, with the big guns he pulled up. So, my guns ain't that big, but, they big enough.
Nah, I'm still working with 380s on my arm. I got small, little,
Look, this is all I lift right now. This is all I'm lifting. It's just a cup, man. That's it. I'm just here right there. That's it.
You lifting more than me, man.
Trying to lift less than
that. I set the cup down and drink out the straw, man. So you doing more than me.
Look, I'm trying to get to that level, man. I'm trying to get there, man. And my soldiers like, y'all better stop. You ain't. They came into my office. I'm going down a rabbit hole, but just a quick one. They came into my office because my replacement is here, and respectfully, I'm clearing my stuff out, right? Because I would hate to come there. I'm coming, and you leaving all your stuff in here. I'm in processing. I'm already done. Move on, right? So I move all my stuff out, and every day this week I walk into the office, it's depressing, right? It's depressing. And the soldiers walk in, they be like, hey, Sergeant, real quick. Oh, no, I don't like this. This is not good. This is not good. I don't like this. So, like, everything I have in here, I have my military stuff all over the place. So, anyways, I just thought about that while we was talking. Rabbit hole.
Yeah, you should just burn everything Falcons related, but that's another conversation.
I'm not even going to comment on that, doctor. I'm gonna leave that alone. We're gonna talk about that offline. Anyways,
Yeah.
give me your top 3 leaders, man.
Oh
I would say
man.
your top 3. This is what I'll say. Give me 3 great leaders in your book and why.
Yeah. Yeah. So I could tell you this. I've never had a mentor. I've had people who inspire me for a moment. Mm-hmm. I've had people who colleagues with for a long time, but somebody who, does what a mentor does. I've never had one to this point. With that said, I just want to make the point that you may have bad leadership, but it's important to find a good mentor, because a good mentor will outweigh bad leadership any day.
Yeah.
Because they can put things in perspective for you. So, three good people I would see that good leaders. So I think Martin Luther King was a great leader. And I say that because he was all about inspiring change, bringing people together, and, moving forward. Mm-hmm. And I think that is very important to being a leader. You should be able to inspire change, and you should be able to bring people together, because at a bare minimum, if you can't do those things, you're super ineffective, and you should probably get out the way.
Okay.
Another good leader that I think you are a good leader, because now I'm not saying like you're the greatest of all time, but here's why I say this. When you are able,
I don't have enough to pay him, y'all. So this is truly, he's not going to lie about it.
No. I think that when you look around and people who know you, when you mention your name, like a lot of people that know you says, man, why hasn't this guy got promoted yet? Or why hasn't this guy got, when you come across people and you impact people's lives, and you're seen as a blessing to, I've never heard anybody say a bad thing about you, which is good. Not saying you haven't done things wrong or made bad choices, but I've never heard somebody say like, nah, that guy Gifford's ate up. You might hear that about me, because people gonna say, yeah, Coleman, he an asshole. But when you get to know him, he has a lot of knowledge. Okay, got it. We different. But when you were able to find a balance of like Christianity, what the military wanted you to do, and you kept calling me Joker all the time. That was I think that you inspired me to want to be a better person, even just lace up my boots better, because I used to come to work and not tie my shoes.
Yes, I remember
that. And so you were helpful in the leadership journey for me. And then a third one would be my parents, and for all the wrong reasons. My parents taught me how to be a better parent because they weren't the best parents. They taught me how this is your starting point and your end point, because that's just the way life is. And, I bucked against that and said, you know what, I don't want to do this. So I think, and I appreciate them. My mom used to make me pay to eat cereal and wash clothes. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate that.
Wow.
Because now I spend recklessly on Jordans, but that's besides the point. I'm in a much better position now. So
This is true.
That would be my, and I'm a much better parent because of what I didn't get. Maybe if I was raised spoiled, I would say my kids aren't going to be spoiled. but because I was raised with roaches and I had a lot of conversations with them about how life should be, it has helped me be a better parent. So yeah.
All right, so you was chatting with Ben.
I was Ben and Betty, Bedbug Berry.
I don't think they know what I'm talking about, but it's all good. All right, brother. So you come to the end, and we're gonna finish it out. You ready?
Yeah, I guess, man. It just depends on what you got. What else you got for me? I think I done gave you everything I got. I've been reading off this teleprompter over here to my right for a while. So
you ain't supposed to tell people I got a teleprompter over here.
Oh, okay. Because I can't make this stuff up.
Don't be answering the stuff, man. You can't be telling them I'm giving you the answers to talk about. Come on, man.
I thought this was a transparent interview, sir.
Man, come on, man. I need that funds back that I sent you. I need that $20 back.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Here we go. One quote that you live by.
Uh-oh.
I know you probably got a million of them, but give us one of them.
Can I give you three? You got time for three?
Hey, man, come on. Hey, real quick before you give me those three, Steve.
You gonna make me forget, man.
Oh, Lips said go Patriots. He's tagging off of your Falcons thing that you said.
Go Niners. Go Niners.
Niners? Okay, so my father-in-law he would like you. I ain't gonna say he would like you.
That's a good man.
That is a good man. Yeah, that is a very yes, absolutely. And
I've heard a lot of good stuff about him too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him on. Old First Sergeant Ada.
Yeah.
And Mario Rio says not the roaches.
Yeah, man, they were there.
All right.
Yeah, they were there with me, man.
You ready? Go ahead and give us your three, man.
All right. So in no particular order, I think that the first one is I believe it's from Martin Luther King, where he says, if you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But by all means, just keep moving. I think that would be one.
I like that.
And then the other one is by I forget the motivational speaker guy, but I forget his name. If you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. That's another one.
Special operations dude.
Yeah. Black guy.
I can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking about. Somebody in chat, man. Y'all know who that is, man. Put the name in there for us.
I think it's I think it's Chris something, but yeah. I like that quote. And then the other one is because with this last one, it's my life has come. I've been through a lot of stuff. And I never give up an opportunity to reflect on my past because it drives me forward. So your past has made you who you are, but the person that you are is shaping who you will be. We just got to continue to make good choices. And those are the three quotes that get me up and running in the morning just get me out of bed. Even when I don't want to do it, and then there's another quote that I got a bunch of quotes, but there's another quote that goes,
one. Come on, man. All love. Steve said all love. That's what I'm talking about.
Like when you feel like giving up, I always tell myself, F it, I'll give up tomorrow. And you just keep pushing.
Procrastinated.
Yeah. Whenever you feel like giving up, just say, nah, F it. I'll give up tomorrow. And then you just keep going, and the day gets better.
Simple. Keep it simple, right?
Yeah, man. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, so I got to keep things simple. I'm pretty dense up here, and oh man, my grass ain't green, my French fries ain't crispy. Whatever you want to put in there, my Happy Meal don't have a toy. Whatever. I'm just, not that smart.
Hey, look, he said that it's Eric Thomas. Does that sound right?
That's it. Okay. That sounds right. That's exactly right.
Appreciate your lips. I appreciate that. His name is Steve. That's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate you finding that. All right, look, Jeff.
Can I give you one more quote?
Give us a quote. Come on.
This is my quote. It's about progress. What keeps you moving forward is not wanting to go back where you once were. That's my last one.
Is that one in the book?
Yeah, these quotes are spread out throughout the book. My original quotes, I got about 37 of them.
Okay. All right. So
But
you got the floor is open to you to say what you gotta say to all the people, and we'll close it out.
You sure you don't want to guide me no more? Because
No, man. I ran out of stuff to put on there for you.
Oh boy, brace yourself. Hold on.
Come on. I got my
turbulence on the way. No, I'm just kidding. But what I would say to you and your audience is just be mindful of where you're going in life, because what we're doing now and the life that we're living now is so not about you. It's about preparing the pavement for the people behind you. So it is on you to do a good job for those people coming behind you. And if you don't want to do that, just get out the way and let somebody else do it. And that is really how I live my life. Like, I didn't get these degrees or do these jobs or go to law school. Like, it's not for me. I got people coming behind me that, just by the virtue of me being a Black man, some people are at the starting line and I'm 10 feet behind them. So I'm still trying to catch up, and I want to do my best to put my best foot forward to make sure that we, not only me as my family, but as a culture, we catch up as fast as we can. And I do my part, and I would implore everybody listening or anybody who hears this to do your part and do the same. We are truly not on a level playing field, as I could say, as a Black man, and it's okay to do a little bit more. The time you spent complaining about what you don't have is time you can spend on doing what you have to do to get back where you need to be. And I'm going to leave it there.
Hey, man, that's awesome. And I don't know, I can't say anything else after that. So I just want you to know, hey, look, we love you. I appreciate you coming out. I know you're busy. Tell the family we love them. Can't wait to see them. And we're going to sign up out of here. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and let your friends know. Invite them out. Check it out. Like the page. Steve said this was great, guys. Thank you, man. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you coming out. And I appreciate everybody.
Awesome.
I appreciate everybody. Look, we're going to sign up out of here. Y'all have a safe weekend. This is y'all safety brief. Don't do stupid. All right? If you feel like you're down, call somebody. If you don't know who to call, you can call me, and we'll talk it out, because you are important, and we hate to have hear something when all you needed was an ear. Okay, so
can I give you the safety brief from a civilian?
Come on, man.
There is not one. There is no safety brief. This doesn't happen.
Look, it's gonna happen when I become a civilian.
Nobody want to hear that, because that's 5 minutes more you got to pay them to listen to you.
That's true, and I ain't paying them. So on that note, all right, I love you guys, and we'll talk to y'all later. Stand by, Mr.
All right, man.
Mr. Jeffrey.
Yeah.